for Dain. Dain seemed like you were getting back down into the low post a little bit deeper in the second half. Do you feel like you warmed down a little bit in the second half?
Yeah, I definitely felt like I warmed down a little bit. I talked with some of the coaches, and they just wanted me to get a deeper positioning down there. Because they know I'm so effective down there. The lower I am, the easier it is. And he just didn't want any hands reaching in when I'm so far off. So, yeah.
I mean, Matt, can you just walk us through that burst you had there in the second half, you personally, and kind of what that felt like and what that meant for you guys as a team?
Yeah, it felt great. I just got a good little bucket, and then Coach Underwood started running plays for me. I think he's one of the best coaches I've seen at just running plays for people that are hot. And we just were running the same play every single time for like 15 straight possessions. I was pretty tired at the end. Also, there was a shot where I came off a ball screen and shot it in the corner and airballed so bad it was embarrassing. I was tired. Okay, that was because I was tired. So yeah.
Okay, Jeremy?
Matt and Dain, you guys both come from obviously a really great program. How much does that experience, or what from that experience, really kicks in a game like this where you're down 9?
I think it just helps me just know how to weather the storm in any situation, because I remember in the bubble, in that championship run, like how tense everything was and like how much pressure there was on every game, and like just staying together and just staying in the moment and trying to focus on things you can do that helped me a lot.
Dain, was there anything for you?
Yeah, I didn't play, but just being able to watch and go against those guys in practice every single day really helped me, and just helped me understand the game more. The stuff like just the little things about just being connected. That was just one of the biggest things I feel like coming from the team. It was one of the most connected teams. So.
Man, I know you had your moments at Baylor, but when you kind of recruited and decided to come here, were moments like this where you're going to kind of have the ball in your hand, and key moments kind of part of the reason you kind of thought about coming here?
Definitely. Just talking to Coach Underwood, I knew that he was going to try to get the ball in my hands as much as possible, and that was exactly what happened tonight. Like I've been struggling a lot through the beginning of the season, but when people get going, he finds them, and that's what happened tonight.
Questions for Dain. Dain, last time you were in this room after a game, you said, I got to start making my free throws. And maybe it's a small sample size, but the last couple of games, your rotation on the shot looks much better. You made any tweaks with that shot over the last week?
Yeah. I felt like I was rushing some of my free throws, and just I felt like I was shooting them too fast. So every time I go up there, I just take a few deep breaths and just make my routine a little bit slower. I feel like that's helped me a lot.
For Matt first, and then Dain, Tom Izzo said it's clear something's changed for you guys in the last 2 weeks to go from 0-3 to 3-3. What do you think that is?
Yeah, I talked about my frustrations a few weeks ago in the media, and I definitely should not have done that, but all of my frustrations were kind of about things that we were doing offensively, defensively, and man, I just got to give props to Coach Underwood. He's a very aggressive, dominant type of guy, but he's really like humble. Like he wants, his main goal is to win no matter what. So like just talking to the coaches, I had some talks with him, and he made some amazing adjustments that have changed our trajectory. Our offense is completely different. Our defense is completely different. We don't even run the press anymore. So Coach Underwood has done an amazing job, and I think it's only up from here.
Yeah, like he said, the biggest thing I see from it is just one thing I really like just about the whole coaching staff now. It's more teaching. We got a lot of young guys on the team. This is kind of like my first year playing, so it's been more teaching. So I feel like that's really helped a lot.
Yeah. Matt, from a perimeter standpoint on defense, what do you feel like changed in the second half where you were still able to run them off the 3 line, but you weren't giving up as many dunks and layups?
Just some adjustments we made at halftime. We were really just trying to emphasize long twos. That's what our whole defense is about. It's tough twos. Hoggard and what's his name, Walker, were making a lot of them, but that's that's what we're trying to go for. I mean, they're both talented players, and that's what we're willing to give up. So it worked out pretty well.
Indy?
For both of you guys, I think I talked about the changes you guys have made the last couple weeks. How much of a corner do you guys think you guys may or may not have kind of turned now because of that?
Yeah, I think it's night and day. I mean, I think we have incredibly talented players. I think everybody knows that. And it was just a matter of making a few adjustments on offense and defense. And I definitely think from some of those losses, we had to look at what we were doing and change it up a little bit. I still truly believe we could win a national championship.
Do you kind of think the
Yeah,
same
same
thing?
thing. You said everything. I agree with everything.
Matt, how do you feel like you guys weathered that 0-3 start in that month of December and turned it? Like, maybe it's not always the case.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a teacher's pet or anything, but Coach Underwood just really took a look at what we were doing, and instead of being like, no, this is what we do, he made adjustments. You know, Kofi last year was the focal point of the offense and defense too. And we just made so many adjustments in the last couple of weeks, and it fits the guys that we have. And I mean, with Dain in the paint, blocking shots, and we have so many good defensive guards. I think our defense is really the thing that's going to be our calling card for being the best team in the country, in my opinion.
Dain, for not playing a lot of college basketball coming in this year, what has given you the feel in that drop coverage to make such an impact that you have?
I've been playing the drop coverage. I feel like, I just get better with it every single game. It's sometimes where I mess it up a little bit, but for the most part, I just try to have active feet, active hands, and it's been showing. So I still feel like I need to tweak some things and go watch some film on just helping up and being able to stay back. But yeah, like I said, every game it gets better for me.
Back in the middle. Eleanor? Oh, I'm sorry, Doug.
Dain, 32 minutes. I don't have the stat in front of me, but that might be a season high for you. A lot of minutes. How do you feel after the game, and does it give you confidence that you can go for longer stretches?
Yeah, it does. As the game went on, as I was getting a little bit more touches, I got going a little bit. But yeah, just all the work I put in this summer, it's definitely paying off. I feel good.
In the middle.
Matt, you had a couple step back threes. I think people are familiar with that part of your game. You had 6 blocks tonight. Is that an element of your game that people should not be surprised to see, or was it exciting to show that a little bit?
I started to figure out how to block shots last year, I would say. But I have to be honest, my shot blocking ability has completely come from Coleman Hawkins. I am not lying. In practice, I never get my shot blocked. That was my thing, my jump shot or any layups or anything. And Coleman blocked 2 of my shots in a row. And so I've learned how to block shots off 1 foot and time different things. And I really watched Coleman. And personally, I think I'm more athletic than Coleman. So when you add the 2 together, it's just fireworks.
Any further questions? Or right here in front.
Matt, even in the loss to Northwestern, I asked you about Dain, and you said you were really, really happy and proud of the way that he's come along this year. Did everybody on this team kind of see a night like this coming for Dain, the way that he's been kind of working in practice?
Yeah, we've seen it since the summer. He's been working on his body, working on his finishes, taking coaching well. Coach Underwood was probably on Dain the hardest out of anybody in the summer. And if it was me, I don't know if I could have handled it. But Dain he just kept going, and now I think he's the best defensive big in the country as well. Nobody can score on him in the post. He's too big. And me and him are the same height, but I have a 6'10" wingspan. He has a 7'7" wingspan. It's not even fair. So yeah, he's come so far with his body and everything, and I'm really proud of him.
For each of you, what was the point tonight in the second half that you knew you had put it away?
I didn't know until the very end. I wasn't even like thinking about it. Like I was just really just trying to focus.
Watching the highlights right now.
it was really when they fouled Terrence at the end, because I was like, oh, they're fouling. I was like, wait, what's the
I don't know. I was just so in the moment. I wasn't even paying attention to like. Oh,
it was like I saw the score.
It was play by play, so like.
Yeah. I wasn't even thinking about it.
Scott, Dain, since we might not talk to you until Monday, what's the feeling about going up to play in your home state?
Good. You know, I have all my family. All my family's gonna be at the game. I know most of the guys on the Gophers team. But same thing. You know, we're gonna go watch film on them. It's next game now. We gotta start getting prepared for them. They've been on they just won. They beat Ohio State. So yeah, we gotta get ready for them.
Right.
But Matt, talk to us about how you felt about the confidence that Coach had in you, what you played with 4 fouls down the stretch.
Yeah, I really appreciated that because he usually takes people out with 2 fouls in the first half, and he let me go back in and just kept me on 4 fouls. So, and I think that worked out pretty well for us. So I was really happy he let me in.